Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Limbach, and today for my History 119B presentation, I'm going to be cooking for you guys. I'm going to be cooking in the style of the Middle Ages, and they really didn't have the easiest ways of cooking and their food wasn't the best, but I'm going to be showing you guys the types of food they had with conventional cooking. I got most of my information from Lorna Sass's book, which is an adaptation of cooking in the Middle Ages based off of Richard II's cooks and what they would make for him as he documented all of it. I chose this project because I really enjoy cooking, and I feel like I've never really explored what people in the Middle Ages would have eaten and how they would have cooked, and so I was very interested in the topic and I'm ready to get going. So here we go. Come follow me with my journey of cooking. First thing we're going to be making is rye bread. So for rye bread, we're going to combine the yeast, the sugar, one egg, better get a napkin for that one. Okay, now melted butter, which is right here, warm milk, and after you combine all of those, you're going to mix it all together. So peasants like to eat black bread because it is healthier for you, but it doesn't taste as well. It is a lot cheaper, and as you will see later when I make the king's bread, he only eats white bread, which tastes better, but unfortunately it's not as healthy. We are going to be adding the salt, the flours, and then we're going to beat it together until it forms a ball, and then place it on a plate, and then saran wrap it to where it could form. That way later we could throw it in the oven and it will cook. So let's add in the flour, which is 2.5 cups. This is 2. Let's add a little bit more. About a 1/2 cup there. And the rye flour. And the salt. And then we're going to mix that all together, and I'll see you guys when it's all mixed. After taking the rye bread out of the dough, you will set it on a plate, saran wrap it, and leave it to the side for it to rise. That way it will cook better later. Now put the bread onto a pan. We're going to put it into the oven. Let's see how it turns out. Ooh. Now it's time to try the rye bread. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, but it turned out a lot brighter than I thought. Not bad. Pretty spongy. A little bit dry. I'd probably give it a 7.2 out of 10. Pretty good bread. I'd eat it again. Now onto the king's bread. In a bowl of flour, you're going to add sugar, oil, and yeast and water. And after that, you're going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt, 1, 2, and mix that all together until it forms a nice solid dough. Once you take out the dough, you're going to set it on a pan. Careful, it's sliding around. And you're going to wrap it up with saran wrap also like the rye bread. And then you're going to wait an hour or two for it to rise. We're going to slice it in half. It got very large. It's pretty sticky too. Probably didn't add enough. You're going to want to do that. Try not to squish it too much. And fluff it on either side. Nice and fluffy. Oh, it's heavy. There we go. Now it's time for the white king's bread. See how this one is? See, this one has less flavor than the rye bread, which I thought this one would have more flavor. What? Overall good texture. I really like it. Spongy like the other one. I'd probably give it a little bit less. 6.8 out of 10. Not bad though. Now it is time to make some stew. First off, it's time to cook the bacon. Let's throw these bad boys in here. As that bacon starts to sizzle, we're gonna add in the beef. Like to get these a nice medium rare before throwing them into the pot for the stew. So I got my oil already in the pan. It's hot. As the meat's cooking, it's time to cut. Once the bacon is done, we are going to put it onto a plate. Now once the beef is ready, we're going to take it off of this and set it onto the plate as well. To get the best flavor out of the meat, you want to pour a little bit of the beef stock inside the bowl, or the pan, sorry, to get all that good meat flavor out. Let that reduce for a little bit. Let's add in your beef stock. Once this is reduced and you give your dog a little piece of bacon, you could go ahead and throw in all of the meat into your reducing pot. Be careful you don't want to splash too much. And then add in all of your veggies. I think I cut up a little bit too much parsley. It's not at all that. That, and then you're good to stir it up. Once your stew is ready, turn off the heat, take off the lid, and voila, there is your stew, and it is ready to serve. Now it is time for the stew. Let's give this a try. The meat goes well with all the veggies in it. It's got pretty decently bacony taste. I can see why this was a go-to. Pretty good. I'd give it a 8 out of 10. It was good. The meat was cooked very well. I'm proud of myself. We are now on to the king's meal, which is going to be milk and honey chicken. Very rich meal, but it was in the cookbook for King Richard II, so let's see how it goes. Now it is time to cut the chicken. Yeah. Now time to cook. To start, we're going to add flour, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper into a mix, and mix that all together, and this is where you're going to put the chicken. Now what you're going to do is take the chicken, put it in the flour mixture on both sides, just like that, and then set it into a pan with heated oil. And keep repeating the process till your chicken is fully cooked. Now, while the chicken's cooking, in a bowl, you want to combine milk, a lot of milk, parsley, some sage, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and some honey. Once the chicken is cooked, you're going to move it over to another pan. Once you transfer all the chicken over, you're going to slowly start adding in the milk mixture. Just like this. While stirring it. But I only have one hand. Once you pour in all the milk mixture, you're going to want to add a lid and let it simmer for 20 minutes. You have to take off the lid and add in the pine nuts. Once you stir those in, it is ready to serve. It is now time to try the chicken. Here it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Okay. Here we go. That is very good. You can't really taste the milk too much, but it adds the texture, but the honey tastes really good in this. Now I know why King would like this. I'd probably give this a 9 out of 10. Very good. I'd have this weekly, almost. Very good. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day.